I find comfort in food. And a lot of the times people don't talk about binge eating disorder in a way that it is really a mental health diagnosis. After looking through 600 people, I finally found a therapist. Y'all, I've been through so many therapists and I've not had a consistent therapist. So lately I've been experiencing a lot of like anxiety. I was like, she's a horrible therapist. I have been through 9 medications. To be honest with y'all, I can't even tell y'all all the names of them. People look at me like, you've been working out for 2 years and you're still fat. So today I got so much to show y'all. And I have some actual Happy Mail. Well, not really Happy Mail because I sent it to myself. I actually ordered it for myself. But really, I wanted to open it up on my BookTube, but I decided to just open it up on this channel first. But first, we're going to talk about like some mental health and anxiety issues that I've been experiencing like a lot for, I want to say, the past month, or the past 30 days. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Eliza. I actually have 2 other YouTube channels. So maybe you know me as Eliza is Reading or Eliza Journals. So now I have I don't really know what to call this type of channel. I don't really want to say it's lifestyle. It could be lifestyle. I don't know, because we're talking about everything like mental health, single mother issues, children with special needs issues, just an array of things. Books, journals, planners, notebooks, stationery. So it's just a myriad of things. So lately I've been experiencing a lot of like anxiety, and the anxiety is just coming from, see, the thing is, I don't know where the anxiety is it's coming from. I don't know what's motivating it. I've had anxiety really since I was 27. How it started was I was lost in a parking deck. I couldn't get out, and it incited or elicited a whole panic attack. Y'all, I was panicking, sweating, and luckily my mom was there, so she's like, okay, just like take some deep breaths. I was able to regulate my emotions at that moment, but ever since then, and this is like when I was 27, ever since then, I've never been able to go in a parking deck without having a panic attack. That was 27 when the anxiety started. Now the depression actually has started since I was basically like 12 years old. And now that I'm older, a lot older, there's a name to it. And when I was 12, I always used to wonder why I felt suicidal, even though at the time I didn't know that I felt suicidal or I was experiencing suicidal ideations. I didn't realize that's what it was because I'm like 11, 12 years old. And it happened really at like the onset of, I don't want to say puberty, because I had already started my period at like 10 years old. But I want to say just like that preteen developmental stage. I never could understand why I was experiencing those things, why I was experiencing a lack of self-worth, lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem, why I was engaging in negative self-talk. I just could not understand it. And then coming from a background where my family is very religious, typically when you come from a family, and then you also have to look at the era back in the early 90s, how mental health was not talked about. It was almost as if mental health, such as like anxiety, depression, those things were a taboo, especially when it comes to the Black community. Those things were not accepted. They just weren't accepted as like there could be something like psychologically wrong with my child. And I never would tell my mom because I'm like, I already know what she's going to say. My mom is just going to say, okay, we'll just pray about it. But I am 40 years old. I've been praying about it my entire life, and nothing has worked. Nothing has helped. Nothing has worked. And I've basically have suffered all through life without medication, without therapy. Yeah. It's so mind-boggling to me how I have managed by the utilization of coping skills, because I once used to do therapy with children that were in foster care. I did that for like 4 years. I absolutely loved it until I was burned out from all the driving. I was in school. I was at Capella getting my second master's in marriage and family therapy. And I was like 4 classes, maybe 3, 4 classes away from actually finishing. And then I just completely like dropped out. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And that was like 2019, because I was so exhausted. I was so burnt out. So I just said that, okay, I just needed a little break, maybe for 6 months, and then I'll jump back into it. It's 2026. Never have. So I really have just hung up my vision and dream of being a marriage and family therapist. And if you ask me like what my concentrated area would be, it definitely would be more so with children than with the adults, incorporating the adults, but mostly working with the children. And I would have wanted to have a concentrated area in play therapy. But in order to be licensed in the state of Georgia for play therapy, you have to have a license in marriage and family therapy or some type of counseling licensure. So I was like, okay, well, that's off the table, because I thought that what if I could get a certification in play therapy? And in the state of Georgia, you have to have a license first, which completely makes sense. So I've been through about 5 therapists. 2 of them were named Shanice. It was so crazy. But those 2 were the best therapists that I ever had. And then you have the inconsistent ones, or the ones that make you feel like you are more depressed even after you finish your session. And a lot of people don't talk about this enough when it comes to a therapist not really doing their due diligence or doing like subpar work because it's telehealth. And I feel like some therapists, they get online, you pay them your copay, but when you get offline, like you still don't feel good. You still you don't feel any better. And I had one therapist, I would see her, there was nothing that she could recommend to me because I worked in the field. So everything that she was recommending, I'm thinking I do that already. So I don't know. And I don't know. I'm at a point in my life, I'm kind of getting a little emotional. I don't cry on camera and stuff like that. If I start to get emotional, I cut the camera off. I don't, y'all probably would never see me cry. I don't do that. It doesn't even, like, it doesn't register to me to like cry, because I don't like people feeling sorry for me, or I don't like pity. And that's like my perfectionism. So I had this one therapist that she just could not help me. And this was like years ago. This was when I first started therapy. I was like, she's a horrible therapist because she's not doing anything. And I'm the type of person, I'm very introverted. So I need a therapist who's going to lead the therapeutic session. And once I build a rapport with the therapist, then I can kind of say or lead the session like, this is where I think we need to start with today. I love therapists that take notes, and when we get back in the session, they can follow up and they can say, this is where we were last week. This is what I think we need to focus on now. I love therapists that can do that. And when I met my last therapist, I don't know what happened, but she was my therapist. Then she stopped doing private practice. Then she came back. I think I saw her like twice, and then she just ghosted me. Like, she just like ghosted me again. And at that point, my psychiatrist, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, my psychiatrist was thinking like, maybe you should follow up with her. And I'm like, why am I following up with her when she pretty much said that she was going to schedule a session and then she never did? So I'm not very confrontational. I don't confront people. I'm not really a direct person. So I just told my psychiatrist, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to find me someone else. Long story short, I've not found a therapist. And y'all, I've been through so many therapists, and I've not had a consistent therapist within the last 4 years. They either just aren't good at all. It seems like they have no idea what they're doing. They do not have structured therapeutic settings, which I'm all about structure and organization. Like, you need to have a plan for me when we meet, not just asking me, okay, what do you want to talk about today? And that's how my first therapist was. I hated that. Now I'm in the position to look for a therapist again because I have a deadline. My psychiatrist is like, okay, by April 9th, which is my meeting with her, you need to have had found a therapist, because my goal was the beginning of February. And when I met with my psychiatrist, she was like, have you done anything that we asked? And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anyone else because of just my like past experiences. And my psychiatrist is saying, I understand, but in order for you to really help yourself, you need to really find someone who's going to be consistent. And I was thinking, human behavior is so unpredictable. You can't predict someone's consistency. You cannot predict someone's commitment to anything. You can't predict anything. So even if I chose this person over here, what makes you think that 2 weeks from now they're not going to say, oh, well, I'm leaving private practice or terminating our therapeutic relationship? With that being said, the psychiatry piece came in 2024. So I started seeing my psychiatrist in 2024. I do use Grow Therapy. I love that platform because they take a plethora of insurance. I'm talking about, they take a lot of insurance. And that's what I was looking for at the time. This is not sponsored, but I do love how on that platform they take a lot of insurance, regardless if you're HMO or PPO. And you can read the therapist profiles. You can also read what they specialize in. You can actually filter what is best for you. So if you're struggling with binge eating disorder, anxiety, depression, women issues, sexual issues, you can filter it according to their specialization. And that's how you can narrow it down, because there are a lot of therapists on there. There are men, there are women, and I usually filter it to African American women or African American therapists that specialize in eating disorders, depression, anxiety. That's how I found my psychiatrist on there. I'm really grateful to have actually found her, because she has been my rock through like my mental health piece. And the only thing that I'm concerned about now is that none of my medications are working. Like, none of them are working at all. And that's concerning to me. And I have been through 9 medications. To be honest with y'all, I can't even tell y'all all the names of them. Maybe I can tell y'all the names of some of them. I have been through Wellbutrin, and there was another one. The name starts with a V. I was on those for like 3 days, and then it heightened all my symptoms. I had to call my psychiatrist, and I had to say, hey, I cannot take this because I feel like I want to jump off the roof. It's like heightening like my symptoms like extremely bad. I've been on Zoloft. I've been on sertraline. No, Zoloft and sertraline is the same thing. Sertraline is the generic and Zoloft is the brand. So I've been on Zoloft. I've been on Prozac. I've been on Wellbutrin. I've been on Celexa. I've been on Paxil. I've been on Lexapro. And there are a couple others I've been on that I just can't name because I was on them for maybe like 3-4 days and I had the opposite reaction. Effexor. I was on Effexor. Couldn't take the Effexor because it was making my brain tingle. Like y'all, every single time I was taking it, it made my brain like, y'all, it's so weird. I'm not joking. I could feel the inside of like the chemicals in my brain or something like moving around. Y'all, it was the weirdest thing. I called her and was like, no, ma'am. It's like giving me like a slight headache as well. Now I'm just really on the Paxil, and that's mostly for sleeping, but it doesn't help with my anxiety, nor does it help with my depression. And right now I'm on propranolol for my anxiety. And I usually take that every day. I don't take it all day. I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day for my anxiety, but I don't need it 3 times a day. So I'm not going to take it 3 times a day. I take it once a day. I have a bottle at work and a bottle here just in case. Right now, today, like, I really have to look for a therapist, because if I don't look for a therapist and if I don't have a therapist by April 9th, I don't want my psychiatrist to think that I'm not serious about my own mental health, because like I really am. And I have been depressed like every day for the last 30-45 days. At first I was thinking, okay, maybe it's because my cycle is coming on, and usually I have really bad PMDD. I'm like, that is not it. I'm like, I'm just truly really depressed. And I've been pushing myself to go to the gym, because the gym actually helps me to regulate my emotions. And it puts me in like a good mood because of like the dopamine and all the happy chemicals, inside your brain. It puts me in a really good mood, which is why I continue to work out. But I'm also depressed because I have been struggling with my weight for so long. So I don't desire to be fat. Like, I don't desire to be this big. And I know that, people will look at you and be like, oh, she's fat and lazy. Like, you don't even know me. You don't know my life. You don't know what I'm struggling with. So that's why I hate when people try to judge people based on their size. Because if you look at me, you would not think I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. You wouldn't. You would not think that I've been to the gym for the last 2 years almost every day. And I'm still the same size. So sometimes when I go to the gym, I'm in my own head. I know I'm in my own head, because people look at me like, you've been working out for 2 years and you're still fat. It's so true. It's so true. And sometimes I do feel like people stare at me. And y'all, this is so true. I'm not even joking about this. One of the reasons why I never liked going to the gym, because it's almost as if skinny people, which doesn't mean healthy, it's almost as if skinny people, not all, but some skinny people, or those skinny ones, or those petite ones, or people that are in shape, they look at themselves as more superior than a person that is not in shape, because they're in shape. So when you do go to the gym, they're thinking, why are you coming to the gym now that you're big? But you don't realize that I'm having issues with my weight, which is why I'm seeing the endocrinologist, because if I'm going to the gym 4 to 5 times a day, every week, not a day, but 4 to 5 times a week for an hour, even my endocrinologist was like, that's not normal. That's signaling, let's do some blood work to see if maybe you're insulin resistant or if it's hormonal. And I don't know if, when I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago, I don't know if they actually checked me for insulin resistance. So I know that I have a follow-up in June. So when June comes, I will be asking them for a follow-up to see if I am actually insulin resistant, because I cannot eat normal foods or anything like that. I have to starve myself in order to lose weight, and I don't want to do that again. I've done that before. I lost the 100 pounds. I gained it back. Then when I gained it back, for the last 9 years, I've been trying to lose it. So from November to now, which is, we're in March, I've only lost 13 pounds. It's ridiculous. So my endocrinologist was thinking, he's like, okay, that's healthy weight, but it's like, you should have at least lost, according to him, if I lost 2 pounds a week, so that's 7 to 10 pounds a month, maybe 7 pounds a month. So he was thinking 5 to 7 pounds a month. That should be at least like 20-25 pounds. So even he was in the mindset, you should have really lost more weight than that. When it comes to the gym, it's as if sometimes I feel like I don't even want to go, because every time I go, people are just staring. And the same people that have seen me for the last 2 years, sometimes it's almost as if you can read their mind. Like, they're looking like, how is she the same size after 2 years? So I'm just really depressed about my weight, because every time, you know, I would get on the scale, it's either the numbers would go up or it just stays the same. And when the numbers go up on the scale, y'all, I'm talking about they go up. It'd be like 280, and then the next thing you know, I'm like 287 at the doctor's office. And I'm thinking, I was just like 279. How can I be 10 pounds heavy? Y'all, that has just been like a really, really, really bad struggle, like my whole life. And I'm so tired of struggling with my depression. I'm tired of struggling with my anxiety, struggling with my weight, struggling with not feeling accomplished, just struggling. Like, I feel like I'm 40. There are so many things I feel like I should have that I just don't. I don't feel self-actualized. Even though people can say, oh, you've like been to college. Yeah, but I have $170,000 worth of student loans that I can't show for anything. I have 2 degrees, don't even have my own house. I don't have my own therapy practice like I thought I would have. I have not finished even getting that that 3rd degree. I just have a whole bunch of student loans to show for it. Y'all, I'm just so like, I can just say it. I'm like super depressed right now. And even though people be like, oh, you have like your YouTube channels. Yeah, I do that because that's like a coping skill for me. It's not really like a chore. I don't make a living off of doing YouTube. So those are just chores that make me happy. And I get to engage with my book friends, you know, on specific channels, my journaling friends, my book friends. I don't know. So today in this video, I'm probably going to be trying to look for a therapist, because y'all, my psychiatrist, she's going to kill me if I don't have a therapist. But I have some book mail, and I don't know if I should actually open this up right now, or if I should open it up on my other channel. But I may open it up on my other channel. But I do have like some really cute mail from Ferris Wheel Press. So if you're into like fountain pen inks, you definitely should use my code, which is JA and get you some fountain pen inks and fountain pens. And let's see what they sent me, because I haven't gotten any mail from them in like almost a month and a half. And usually they send me mail like every month, and I think it's been over a month. And when they usually package it, they package it in this, because it's already in like a box. So I do get commission from, like, when people buy things with my affiliate code, I do get commission. So let's see what I got. Let's see what kind of goodies they sent me. I hope they sent me some good goodies. But no, I usually know what I'm getting before it comes. Like, this is coming out of the packaging. See, that's coming out. So they usually send me inks, and with this company, I have to make like basically 4 posts. I can use the same post over multiple platforms, so that if I use it on like Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, those all count as like 1 post, so that equals like 4 posts. So this color, oh, that's pretty. So this is pretty. This probably is like a purplish gray. It's called Bloom of Ascension. I don't really know how they come out with their colors, but they usually recycle their colors. I love Ferris Wheel Press, and if y'all watching this, y'all know y'all be recycling these colors. But no, seriously, it's just that I'm assuming whoever their like mixologist is, or I'm not really sure what the appropriate or correct terminology for people who like make inks, but I'm sure they have some type of chemical formula of how they make like specific colors, because you definitely have to be well knowledgeable in like color theory in order to be mixing like these colors like this. And then that's that. And then this is from their, why is this like this? Like, they sent me like, I don't know why this box is like this. And then they sent me this. I'm trying to get it. It's like this plastic right here. So it's the Property of Hogwarts, Harry Potter, the Sorting Hat fountain pen collection. And this is like a green. It's almost like a, I'm gonna have to like swatch this. And then they sent me a fountain pen. So it always comes in like this gorgeous looking box with this fountain pen like sleeve. Let's see, is anything else in here? Okay, there's nothing else in this. I'm gonna have to tell Ferris Wheel Press about themselves. Like, when y'all send me product, make sure the packaging is not bent up, because I have to post this stuff on social media. So I did ask for this, and I'm assuming they sent it because I wanted this pen. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, yes. I'm inking this baby up. It looks like my Miss Caroline fountain pen from Ferris Wheel Press, but I don't know. It's so pretty. I don't know. I may try to make a TikTok reel. I don't know yet, because I'm not really comfortable putting like my face on TikTok. I know I have a YouTube channel, but TikTok is totally different. TikTok, them folks on there are brutal. But anyway, so I'm actually going to get on my computer, do some work, try to find a therapist so that I can schedule a session by next week, because I at least want to say to my psychiatrist that yes, I did follow up, and yes, I did get a therapist. So that's what we're doing today. I just finished booking my first session for therapy. After looking through 600 people, I finally found a therapist. I know, y'all, my eye leaks water, but I finally found a therapist. So y'all know that Edam, I'm so random, but y'all know that Edam, that I guess it's like lip moisturizer, lip plumper. I actually want to try that, but the only thing I don't want is my lips plumped. So as y'all can see, I already have big lips. Like, I was born with these. Now, what I do want is, I actually see how like my lips have like hyperpigmentation. I don't know. They just got like that recently as I've gotten older. So y'all see that? Where it's like pink here and then it's darker here. I'm not sure why my lips are like that. I'm actually going to research it. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to have to research why my lips are actually like that. I'm not sure why, but I really want to work on that to see if like I can get that corrected or the color corrected. Most of the times when I'm like filming videos, people really can't see it unless my lips are like really, really dry. And I felt like earlier in the earlier clip of my video, my lips were kind of dry. So I don't really know, but I want some Edam. I just want to try it. I looked on Amazon. I know y'all think I really try to stay away from Amazon and support my local stores, but the instant self gratification is just wild. So I went on Amazon just to price check it, and it was $24. And I know you have to get it from Sephora, but I'm wondering if I can go to Ulta and if they have maybe like Edam in there. And I don't know. So I'm actually proud of myself for just booking the session, because to be honest, you're never going to know if you're going to like the therapist unless you just book the session. And I know sometimes it's hard to look through all the providers. I literally just looked through 600 people. And I keep thinking to myself, I can't do this. I can't do this. But I had to reframe my thoughts and say, I can do this. Let me just find someone. Let me read their profile and find someone who profile seems to resonate with me. And it seemed like she has really great reviews on on her profile. So I'm really hoping that this can be someone that fits with my character, because a lot of the times too, I'm not a person who easily builds rapport with people when it comes to mental health. Not other people, but I'm very hesitant even to build friendships until I can feel out like their character and personality, because I'm an introvert. I'm an empath. My character and personality just does not mesh with everyone. So what I'm going to do is, because y'all know today I feel like really depressed. So I actually went to Wendy's earlier and I got a small Frosty. And y'all know that I am very sensitive to dairy products. So tomorrow it is going to hurt me. It is. It's going to hurt my esophagus. It's going to hurt my acid reflux. It's going to hurt me, but I really just wanted something to just, I don't know, pick my spirits up. And one thing I'm trying to move away from is food being a resource for a coping skill. And in 2022, I think I said this on the previous video, I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, I think severe. And I was diagnosed with binge eating disorder because I binge eat. And that has been a negative coping skill all my life, ever since I was a kid. If I felt sad, depressed, hopeless, angry, anxious, emotional, I find comfort in food. And a lot of the times, people don't talk about binge eating disorder in a way that it is really a mental health diagnosis. Most of the time, people just think that it's a cop-out for just wanting to eat, but it is actually a serious disorder. Even when I was younger, before I was diagnosed, like younger, like elementary, middle school, I would just binge eat. And I'm thinking, like, why can I not stop eating? Like, I could never stop eating. Like, never, y'all. Like, never stop eating. And as I got older, I was talking to my mom and was like, did you realize maybe like something was wrong even when I was younger? Like, have you ever thought about maybe I was on like the spectrum, but I'm just like high functioning? And now that we have more information and we're more advanced and we're more than modernized with a lot of mental health disorders and disabilities and things like that, we have so much more knowledge now than we did in 1990. My mom was like, you know what? I never really thought about it. Even as you gotten older, I never really thought about the symptoms that my mom would report. The things that she would tell me that I would do, like constantly crying, like hand flapping, even when she would feed me, nothing would be wrong. I'm just cry, like all the time. And my mom was like, she never, ever noticed it. And when I brought it to her attention as an adult, she was thinking, like recounting like the experiences that I've had as a child, and was like, maybe you were or are on the spectrum. And we just don't know because it wasn't talked about. It wasn't even known really back then. I don't even think that they were diagnosing children with autism back in like 1980s. So now all the things that I know now, sometimes my coworker thinks that I actually should get an assessment to see if I'm on the autism spectrum. But because I'm 41, well, not 41 yet, but because I'm 40, I really just feel like it wouldn't matter, because I've masked for so long that you would just think, okay, like, yeah, she's totally normal. But even my coworker, she's our clinical director at my job. She's like, girl, something's wrong with you. She's like, girl, something is wrong with you. Cause girl, you do some very autistic things. And she notices it because both of her children have autism. So it's just so funny to hear her say that, because one day she came to me and was like, have you ever been assessed for autism? And I was like, no, but I think that I really need to be. But as an adult, I just don't think a psychologist would really take me seriously, because like I've said, I've learned to mask things for so long. It's just like I'm so functional now. But anyway, I'm actually going to eat my ice cream. Yes. So I'm going to eat my ice cream and my little cream cheese, which I don't need. Yes, I know I don't need it, but I'm going to eat it. And I got like these cream cheese, I don't know, what are they called? They're like cream cheese something. The Hispanics call it, it's like a name for it. I'm not sure if it's like a Hispanic type of food or dessert, but I forgot what it's called. But I ordered it from Moe's, and you get like these almost like, y'all, if y'all have ever had like cream cheese ragoons from like a Chinese place, it's like cream cheese, it's like that, but except the Hispanics, they roll it almost like a taquito, I think, or they roll it kind of like flautas. They roll it and it's like cream cheese in the inside, and then they fry it, and then they put like cinnamon on the outside of it. Y'all, it's so good. So I am going to watch some YouTube, eat my vanilla frosty from Wendy's, because they didn't have chocolate and I wanted chocolate. The chocolate, y'all, be bussin', for real. And that is going to be my cheat dessert for the week, because I'm rewarding myself for going to the gym for 45 days. And one thing I've learned, that on the weekends, I'm trying not to destroy my workout, because sometimes on the weekends is when I get really depressed, because I'm just sitting around the house and there's really nothing for me to do. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'll just go to Starbucks and get a lemon loaf and a matcha and a double cheddar, whatever they call, double bacon cheddar. So on the weekends, I usually just binge, seriously. And that's why I kind of noticed, like, okay, my depression is heightening, and I really need to talk to someone, because I'm noticing like a complete difference. Even when I take medication that I take at night isn't even working. Usually that Paxil puts me to sleep just like this. The Paxil is, I'm literally looking at the ceiling. So I don't know. So that's how I know that, okay, I need to get in control of my own mental health. So yeah, so I'm going to eat my Frosty now. Gonna watch some YouTube, and then I'm going to call it a day. So Thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you stay to the end of the video, put a mic in the comments. If you want to stick around to see realistic vlogs of just all the things that I love to do, all the things that I struggle with, all the things that I want to accomplish, make sure you subscribe, stick around, and make sure you share with your friends who probably will love this channel. Yeah, my hair is graying, like extremely, but I don't know, people will be like, oh, I love the color, and I'm like, I have no idea what color this is, because this is an accumulation of tons of neutralized colors. But anyway, thank you for sticking around. Until next time, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye. I'm gonna show you guys what she looks like. This is the outfit that I'm looking for. I am thinking of wearing her with a pair of jeans that I have right now that I actually brought home.